Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today I'm going to make a neckline fan fold gravity ice dye. I had somebody ask me if I had a video for this fold the other day, and I don't, so I thought I would make one. I have the shirt turned inside out, and I'm going to use the neckline or the band that goes around the neck of the shirt as my guide for fan folding. Once I have the shirt fan folded, I'm going to hold the folds in place with some kite string. I'm going to put a few folds going out toward where your head should actually go in the shirt. Then I'm going to continue the fan folds down just a little ways on this shirt. I'm going to gravity ice dye this shirt, so I don't want to fan fold and tie up the whole entire shirt. For this shirt, I've chosen some more earthy shades of like browns and greens. Okay, so the setup that I have is I have 2 plastic sawhorses and then 2 long pieces of vinyl guttering between the sawhorses. Over the top of the 2 pieces of vinyl guttering, I've placed a metal shelf. I've laid the shirt on top of the metal shelf, and then I'm going to use some silicone cake molds to make myself an ice barrier around the shirt. To hold the silicone cake molds up next to the shirt, I'm going to attach some wooden clothespins to the rack. I've chosen quite a few colors for this shirt, and I'm going to start off by putting the colors in stripes going horizontally across the fold. Then at some point when I get close to the end, I'm going to switch and apply the dye vertically so that it will kind of stream down the shirt. The colors that I'm using on the shirt are olive drab and sage green from Dharma, khaki, camel, sage, Havana brown, chino, mocha, and balsam fir from Pro Chemical. I've chosen to use 2 sage colors, one from Pro Chemical and one from Dharma, but they look totally different, so they're not going to get mixed up on the shirt. Because they're 2 different suppliers, they don't mix their colors the same. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you purchase a color like sage from one supplier and then purchase the sage from another supplier thinking it's going to be exactly the same. It probably won't be. Since most colors are mixed colors, it's just kind of in the formula that they use to mix their colors and the name that they've chosen to call it. If you happen to miss any of the colors that I gave, I have them all listed down below in the description for this video. I also have all kinds of other tie-dye links down below. After I finished applying the dye, I put a pretty generous portion of dry soda ash over the top of the ice. And then I added on the ice cubes. For this, I'm using a little bit larger chunks of ice. These are 2-inch ice cubes, which I made from a mold which I purchased from Amazon. Okay, so everything was going great for a while. After the first layer of ice melted, I heard a sound and turned around to find that the shirt had fallen off in the muck container down below. I've really done pretty well not to have that happen before now, but this fold is, I don't know, it's just a little bit bottom heavy, and I was concerned that that might happen. Well, it did. Which wouldn't have been a huge deal, except that that was the muck from a couple other shirts too. So I had purple down in there and pink down in there. And then I'm also on the other end of this container, ice dyeing another shirt. So I quickly grabbed it up, put it back up on the rack, and added some more ice. And just allowed the ice to continue to melt. After this second layer of ice melted, I went ahead and took the shirt and put it inside of a container that has a metal rack down in the bottom. I put the lid on the container and I left the shirt outside so that the shirt could process in the heat. I figured at this point that the shirt might be a total loss. However, the muck down in the bottom of the container, like the purple and the pink and some of the other colors, had been sitting outside for a couple days, so even though it was down there, it shouldn't have still been active and it shouldn't have bonded with the fabric. So I just was hoping for the best. After about 18 hours, I took the shirt to my utility sink and I started rinsing it in cold water. And I rinsed in cold to get out the soda ash. Then I untied the shirt and warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to rinse out any of the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. After rinsing for a while, I decided to soak the shirt. To do that, I added some hot water to a container, a little bit of Blue Dawn dish detergent, and put the shirt in the container. When the water cooled off, I changed it out and I continued that soaking process until the water was almost clear. I've added a few of those process pictures at the end of the rinse out. Then when the water was almost clear, I put the shirt along with some Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent into my washing machine and I washed it using a hot water cycle. So now that the shirt has been washed and dried and ironed, this is what it looks like. Okay, so what do you think? So I'm having the same issue with this shirt that I've had with every other green shirt that I've done. The dye just doesn't consistently travel down the shirt. I can't really judge it on this shirt though. I mean, the shirt fell. So honestly, after the shirt fell in the muck, I had kind of just chalked it up to this shirt was going to be a mess and I was probably going to have to throw it away. And compared to what my expectations were, I think it turned out looking pretty good actually. I don't have any of the muck colors that were down in that container on the shirt, so that's a plus. Like I said, those colors had been down in that container for several days outside, and it was in the 90s here, so that dye pretty much should have been inert, like where it wouldn't react with the shirt at all. So thankfully that was the case. But all the colors just didn't move as far down the shirt. I probably could have encouraged that a little bit more by maybe adding a little bit more dye, a little bit more ice, but frankly, I didn't put in the time and the effort because I thought that the shirt would probably be a total loss. As far as the design goes though, I don't think it's bad. I don't know that I've ever done a neck fan fold. That's why I couldn't find a video for one when somebody asked. I might try another one of these. Definitely am not going to use green, but I might try another one of these. I don't know. What do you guys think? Drop me some comments down below and let me know. Please don't hate on the video just because you don't like the shirt. It's not my favorite either, but I've tried to be transparent and show you the good shirts and the bad shirts and everything in between. So I sure would appreciate it if you at least like the content of the video, to like the video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I promise they aren't all this ugly. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great day.